Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Friday, March 10th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing the puja, we are inviting those light beings to send their positive blessings into our lives and into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table. Whoops, not too far there. Just a second. Let me roll back the video. We're looking at the chart at the moment. This is based on my location in New Mexico. And I've drawn it in chalk on a blackboard, and that's what I'm going to use for doing the puja. To do the puja, I have a little container of water. I have a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. To start the puja, I'm sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja. Next, I'm sprinkling some water on top of my own head and sending a few drops of water out into space, symbolically towards all of you, so that everything is purified for the puja. Next, I do an invocation to Ganesha, the archetype who can remove obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang. Om Shring Gang. Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove all obstacles in the life of everyone here, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. I thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. I ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Gnanasamudra for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now we start with acknowledging the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Friday, ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Chitra, a star said to be shining like a jewel, I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Now we honor the moon phase. In my local area right now, that's the third waning moon, called Tritya in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Tritya Devye Namaha. Om Tritya Devye Namaha. Om Tritya Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet ruling the hour. In my local area, that's Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the karana time elements. The yoga that's active right now is one called Vyagata. Dr. Pillai said for the yoga and karana time elements, we would just say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. Vyagata yoga has energies that are fierce. Vyagata, Vyagata, Vyagata. And the karana that's active right now is one called Vishti, which has energies that are inefficient. Vishti, Vishti, Vishti. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with whatever whatever sign is the ascendant sign, shown here with the letters AC. Right now, the sign coming up in my local area is Misha or Aries. This may change next week because we're going to change our clocks here in the United States on Sunday. So the ascendant may change again on Monday when we're back together again. But for today, it's changed from Pisces, where it's been for several days, now to Aries. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with whatever planet rules the ascendant sign. Aries is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, starting in Aries, we're going to honor the planets and go around the chart in a clockwise direction. Today in Aries is Rahu and Uranus. I start with honoring Rahu and put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Ashwini, a star that gives energies for speed and healing. Om Ashwiniye Namaha. Om Ashwiniye Namaha. Om Ashwiniye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who are filled with healing abilities. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. I put the flower petals on him. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power or energy. I put the flower petals on Uranus. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. I put the flower petals on Uranus. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that can help with higher intelligence, success in life, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrigashira, a star that can give blessings for enlightenment and also give blessings so that we have curiosity and willingness to try new things, go new places. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Mrigashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is a divine nectar, the Amrita of immortality. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrigashira star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and a great love of luxury and comforts. Today containing Mars, a planet that likes to be a winner, and a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems that can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Continuing in a clockwise direction, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains the moon and also Ketu. We start with honoring the moon, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in Chitra star, a star that has brilliance like a jewel. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Tvashtar, an archetype who is a master craftsman. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Ketu for being in Libra. I put the flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Tula or Libra is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu and the moon. The moon is our mind and our emotions and our receptivity to light. Ketu is a planet that is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. We honor Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planets in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn and Mercury and the Sun. We start with honoring Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in the star Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Mercury for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury in a star called Satabisha, a star symbolized sometimes with an empty circle. It's said to have the energy and healing aspects of 100 physicians. It also can give blessings for interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Satabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now I honor the sun for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings for enlightenment, purification, and charity. I put the flower petals on this star, on the sun. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience and compassion, and Mercury, planet of communication and planet of business, and also a planet that helps with our sense of humor, and the Sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for health and self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planets in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, Jupiter, and Venus. We start with invoking Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in the star Purvabhadrapada. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor Jupiter and Venus. They're both in the same star. So we're going to invoke both of them before we invoke the star that they're in. I start with honoring Jupiter for being in Pisces. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor Venus for being in Pisces. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Jupiter and Venus are both in a star called Revati, a star that can help with wealth and also give blessings for travel. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Revati star is ruled by Pushan, an archetype who can give blessings for taking care of animals and also give blessings to travelers. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Revati star is ruled by Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, planet of intuition, planet that helps us to understand our own inner life. And Jupiter, planet that has everything to do with spirituality. And Venus, planet of love. The highest form of love is love of God. That's why Venus is exalted in this sign. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings we have just invoked. Now, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Next, I ring a bell, offering the element of sound. And now I take a raisin, a little fruit representing the earth element, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later, I will eat the little raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, clean air to breathe, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I make a prayer for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, if you want to post a question in the chat, I will do my best to try to answer it. Today is Friday, so we do have to end the stream to allow Ronnie a chance to set up for another program, a Shrimbrzy community call that will be coming up at the top of the hour for us here in North America. So just checking the chat to see if there are any questions today. Over the weekend, Venus is going to move out of Pisces into Aries, and another planet, I believe, Mars will be changing signs as well, entering Gemini. We are going to be going to daylight savings on Sunday here in United States. So for some of you, it means we're springing ahead an hour, and the time that you come to this program might be different. On next Monday, when it's 7 a.m. on Pacific Daylight Time, it's going to be 2 p.m. UTC, and it's going to be 7:30 a.m. IST in India. So some of you may have to adjust the time that you come to the program, or you can choose to just watch the replay later, if that's better for you. I apologize for the inconvenience of the time changing like that, but it's a man-made thing, and the politicians and the people apparently like it, so it's something that happens here. Barbara is asking, what is the mantra to use for blessing of planets when working with the planetary yantra? You could just do individually all 9 of the mantras for each of the planets. You could just recite, do the sun, the moon, Mars, etc. in that order, the order that they are in for the days of the week, and then Rahu and Ketu. There is another chant that has all of them in it, but I don't have it typed out to quickly put in the chat. So if you don't mind, I'll put that in the chat for you on Monday after I've had a chance to type it out and make sure that I have all the spelling correct. All right, so that's a good question. So yeah, Evelyn is saying it's going to rush the time for her on Sunday. I understand. We're springing ahead, so it does like change it for people. And it's so funny, in the fall we gain an hour, and in the fall I always have been getting enough sleep, and always in the spring I'm like, oh, not the greatest time to be having to lose an hour for us, for our experience here. But like I said, it's just part of something they do here on a regular basis. And I apologize for that. It is a man-made aspect of time. Okay, well, if there are no other questions today, Barbara, I'll get you that on Monday. I'll go ahead and close the session for now so that Ronnie has time to set up for the Shrimbrzy call. We do appreciate it when you like the video and when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. And we do like it when you also check out some of the other programs on this channel as well. Namaste to everyone. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.